your shipping, put some time into it actually. Invest into it. I had different bags that I use a clear plastic bag. So how I would prep my diapers would be that I would take just tissue paper. Let me back up. Before you get your diaper ready for shipping, after you're done sewing your diaper, take a lint roller and lint roll it. Make sure there's no thread left behind. Next, you want to test every single snap to make sure that they work. I did this with every single diaper I sold. I tested them when I was done sewing with it, and then I tested them before sending them out to the customer before shipping. I tested every single snap of my diaper to make sure it worked. I pulled on the sides to make sure that no elastic would ever come undone. It takes you just a few minutes to do that, not even seconds really, to just make sure that you're good to go. So for shipping, invest into it. So this is what I used to do. I used to make sure that I lint roll my diaper just in case of anything. I tested all the snaps, snapped it to the smallest setting. Then I will fold the tissue paper really nicely into it. I would take a little piece of ribbon or anything that I had wise to tie, and then I would tie it and a little bow on it. Then I took my business card and slid that right in between, like where it was tied. And then I took a clear bag, buy the ones that have the warning label for kids. Clear bag that's perfect size for the diaper. I would put it in that bag, close that bag because you can just seal it. It's got that little stuff to seal it. And then I would put it in the shipping packaging. Invest into that as well. I'm gonna try to remember the website that I order my stuff from and link it all down below. And then honestly, take their order confirmation, print it out, put check marks that you put everything in the orders, especially if it's more than one item. Make sure you put check marks, make sure you have everything correctly in there. This is a way that you can prevent accidental shipping the wrong item to the customer. It's a good way for you to be like, yes, 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 okay, everything's here. Do a double, triple check as you're grabbing your first check, as you're wrapping your second check, and as you're putting it into your bag, it's your last check. And once you have that done, I used to take the shipping confirmation or the order confirmation, and I used to write a head message on there. I used to write thank you for your order, and I will put a message on each customer on there for them, and then I was signed from Noah and Liz. It just, that little personal touch, it actually adds so much to that alone. And then I used to put it on whatever shipping they selected. So if it was a cheaper option, I had these bags that I would put it on, and I would fold in half, and then I would tape. And then for the shipping label, once you print it, I would recommend, and I just did this in case the label got wet or anything, I would put a piece of tape on top of my label to just, not the label, the whole label, just the address, the names and the address, mine and the customers, just in case of anything. If it got snug on something, at least that will be a bit more protected. It's not 100% proof, but you know. Another good thing that you really want to look into will be a pattern. If you already have a pattern of your choice and you absolutely love that pattern and you know it works, stick with it. If you make your own pattern, test it to no end, send it to multiple people, make sure that they criticize it to no end. You want every single bit, the good, the bad, and the in-between, so you can make improvements on that. I will link down below a pattern that I used. If it's still there. Now there might be newer patterns out there, I'm not entirely sure, but again, find your own pattern if that's your thing, or you have your own, and so on. Once you have all that, obviously you're going to be marking your fabric. Use a fabric marker, it washes away. You spritz of water, it goes away. Always include some sort of instruction in there. I always wrote, please wash diaper first before use, to make sure that they wouldn't use it directly from the packaging, that it would be washed and prepped first, and then they can use it afterwards. So I always did that too. But do your research on the fabrics and see which fabrics you find you like and what works best. Pockets will obviously need like another layer of fabric. They'll be different versus your covers and things like that. When you're doing advertising, what you want to make sure is that you're advertising, if it's a pocket, a cover, whatever it is, all in one size, and all of that. You want to make sure that the parent knows exactly what they're buying. And this leads me to create a Facebook group. Create a Facebook group for your stuff. Create a Facebook group, Instagram, and all that. When you're advertising, make sure that you have like clear available information. So in my group, I used to have a section where it talked about what type of fabrics I use, the process of making the diaper, how long it takes to make the diaper, how long it takes to ship the diaper, the different shipping options, the return policy that I was compliant, because, you know, like I did all the process to register, have my tax and all that. All that information included into a section where the person could go and look, okay, these are the type of fabrics that are being used. My child's not allergic to this, I can buy this, things like that. It's actually super helpful for the customers. Communication with the customers is super, super, super important. Always get a final approval from the customer, regardless of the design. Always make sure that they verify the names. Make sure they're spelled correctly. So always get approval from them. Be like, hey, this is the final insert picture. Do you approve of this before I start sewing? Make sure you have payment first. If taxes have to be charged, make sure you charge taxes and all that. And then have that approval in place, then have the customer pay, and then go ahead and start the order. Provide them with pictures in between. You know, like I used to provide my customers with certain pictures. Be like, or the group, be very active on the group if you're going to do a Facebook group. Post often. Post the process and like sewing and things like that. They really like that. And it created a lot more... it was a more like active group in a sense, and it was very friendly. Be super friendly with customers, you know, keep your personal out of your business as much as you can, and keep it no politics in it. Let me tell you, that can create such a mess. Just keep it very friendly, calm, and exciting, and so on. Inserts gonna make the difference. Again, you can make your own. The best thing about that is that you can actually select the thread that you use, polyester, color, and then like put colors on borders, and people really love that. They absolutely really love that. And then Excel. So I wrote it here, Excel, because there's a couple of things to that, and you can do this however you find it best for you. There's programs out there that you can use. Excel is free, at least, yeah. That I last remember to me was free. I got it free. Create an Excel sheet where you're going to use this for taxes, where you put all the information, everything on there. What you want to do is you want to put your order number, your totals. This is what I did. I put the order number, the total of the sale. Then I put how much it was in fees, taxes, shipping, and then it will give me my profit. From that alone. I also towards the bottom had everything that I had ordered, anything that I needed for the diaper, snaps, fabrics, anything, elastic. I had it down below, and down below I had it to where it took, I worked it out to where it took everything and added and subtracted as it needed, and I would have all of my numbers done for me. I knew exactly how much in taxes for the year, how much in fees, how much in shipping, how much on everything was calculated for me using Excel. And I did that all on my own, and you can do your research, and it's super, super simple to do this. You can find all kinds of helpful websites and things out there to do this. You want to keep track of all that, because once you go do taxes, I printed every single order, I kept every single receipt, I did everything. I kept it in a folder together, and I would take that when I go do taxes, and I would turn in the Excel sheet with copies of everything and the receipts, and they will go over them, and then they'll put what they needed to do for the tax portion. Also, when it comes to babies, you have to track things. So for the diapers, I had to create, and they show you the document that you're supposed to create. I did, at least I did when I did it. They'll show you the document, and it had everything on there, and you had to create a number, and then you will write that on your diaper, the tag on the diaper, and then that was what's matching your document. And in case you ever have to do like a recall or something like that, you knew who had that diaper and who you needed to contact for whatever reason it was. So that's very important that you do. So that group, again, is going to be the one that provides you all the information that you need. It's going to be super, super helpful. So I highly recommend that you join it. I know things have changed a little bit in there, so just kind of look into the group and see how you feel about it. But absolutely, she's amazing. She'll help you out. She'll answer your questions. She'll go through a lot of stuff with you. You can search the group alone, and you'll find a lot of information in there alone just by searching. So do that. Any other things that I can think of would be, again, just put a little extra touches here and there. Lots of communication with your customers. Make sure you get that final approval. Make sure, big one here, make sure you put insurance and tracking on all your packages. Always incorporate whatever the cost is for that into the cost of your diaper. Now, the cost of the diaper will depend on what you set it on, how much your materials cost you, and so on. If you're doing embroidery, it's going to be higher. Make sure you charge accordingly for embroidery. If you're doing embroidery, make sure you take the proper steps to seal the diaper and the embroidery so you don't have any issues with, you know, anything leakage like coming through. There's videos. But you want to make sure that that's all done correctly. Just make sure you insure your packages. Make sure you put tracking on them. I know you're going to try to save money by avoiding those things. Don't ever do that. Avoid anything that's copyrighted. Do not just because everybody else has Disney, Mickey, Harley Davidson stuff, NFL stuff. Anything that is protected, avoid it. Even though all these other people have it, eventually people get caught. I've seen many people have their Etsy shop shut down. Many people going like, well, everybody else has it. How come they didn't get shut down? But my shop did. Just avoid it. Don't go into it. Find your own creative, beautiful designs. There's beautiful websites out there with so many amazing designs out there. Quality designs. Buy quality designs. Do not go cheap sometimes on these designs, although they're very affordable. There are people out there who throw designs, put them out for sale, and they're not put together well, and it will mess up the embroidery. If you're doing embroidery. But there's a lot out there, a lot of different designs, a lot of different things. Buy some good fabric, find your it. You're going to call it the it. You're going to find your it, and you're going to go off from there and just be very active with your customers. Find groups that allow you to go in there and advertise your diapers, advertise your business. Take beautiful pictures. They don't have to be super, super fancy, but take quality pictures. Nowadays with just a basic phone, you can take some beautiful pictures. Best pictures I took, and I took all my pictures in natural lighting. I actually would go in the shade where the sun will come through very nicely, and I had my backdrop and everything. I would set it down, make sure everything's clean, take the pictures, and they came out really well. So invest into good pictures if you want to do that, or just use your phone and take really good pictures. Advertise. Do your own designs if you can. If you're super creative, do your own designs. I used to do that too. And then I did a lot of custom diapers. Most of my orders were all custom, like names and everything, custom diapers. But I did start where I would do a set, like for Christmas, 4th of July, things like that. I would sew up a bunch of diapers that I picked the design and fabric myself. I sold out. Give the customers options. Be like, hey, these are the fabrics I'm looking into. Which ones are you interested in? Get the interest going. Get them interested and excited about it. I did that all in my Facebook group. I never really had success with Etsy, but then again, it's maybe my keywords and stuff. I had my own website, and I had most of my sales through my website versus Etsy. And then most of the sales as well came from my website and Facebook group versus Etsy. So find what works best for you. I also had, I think it was like Shopify or something like that. What is the other one that people use? I forgot the name of it. I didn't really have luck on that one either. But again, make sure that you're fully confident. You have a fully functioning diaper. You have all the little things that need to be worked out already done. You've already been doing this. Top stitch your diaper. Please, please, please top stitch your diaper. Make sure that you're fully confident. You had this diaper already sewn, and you have multiple people actually test it out, try it out, put it through all of it, and it works out great, and put your product out there. Most of all, I wish you nothing but success, happiness, enjoy your journey, and I hope that you do well. I hope that you love it. I loved it. I wish I would have kept up with it. I wish I would have been more open and voiced myself and said, no, I'm gonna keep my business going, but that's another story for another time. Enjoy the journey. You'll get to meet some beautiful parents out there, and they'll share with you, and then donate every once in a while. Sew up a diaper. If it's not perfect, donate it. I used to help moms in need when my diapers weren't. I didn't like the way the little top corner stitch came out, so that diaper was seconds. I would donate. I didn't even donate second quality diapers. To me, my second quality was like the stitching wasn't straight. Donate. I used to find that there were moms that joined my group, and they were absolutely loving the diapers, but they couldn't afford them. They couldn't do this. They couldn't do that. They had a sick child and things like that. I donated all the time. I didn't say it. I didn't advertise it, but I did. I would reach out quietly to that parent, and I would say, hey, you know what? I have these diapers. Would you be interested in one of them? I would pay for the shipping. I paid everything out of pocket, and I would donate it. So every once in a while, I encourage you to donate. Find someone that needs help. You don't have to give them a whole set. Just give them one or two. Donate. And a lot of times some of the parents turn around and post their picture, said, thank you so much, I love it. Kindness can go a long way. But again, I wish you all the best. I hope that your journey goes very far, turns to a wonderful business. I hope that you love it. I hope that you meet many new friends. I did make some friends out of this too, and I hope that it turns out well for you. Don't give up. Find it. Find your it. Do it right. Don't do copyright. Enjoy the process, and I wish you well. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next video. For anyone who's interested and has any questions, you can leave them down below. I'll try to get to them. If you feel like sharing this video with anyone who possibly could be interested, please do. And to all my subscribers, thank you so much. I will see you on the next one. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.